If you have ever wondered what people will do for fame in the age of social media, there's a new comedy series that takes that question all the way to the extreme. Instafamous is the name of the show. It is now streaming on Tubi, and it satirizes reality TV, viral culture, and the pursuit of clout. And we're joined right now by the creators, Jamal and Rachel Simmons, a married couple, a creative duo, and two folks who are joining us in the 11 Live Streaming Center right now. Guys, thank you for being here on an exciting moment.
Yeah.
The show is now live on Tubi. People can go and watch it.
Yes.
What do you hope, and let's just start here, Rachel, what do you hope people take away from the program when they watch it?
I hope that they take away the message, the deeper message that it has. When Jamal was writing it, with his background in reality, he saw a couple of things on being on set, and then took that into writing the script for Instafamous.
A lot of things on set.
A lot of things.
Because that's such, I didn't know that until you said that, Rachel, too. Because Jamal, you've been on the, I don't want to call it nonfiction, because reality TV isn't quite nonfiction. It's not a documentary.
It's a docuseries.
Yeah, you know, there's some directing going on, right? But you've been there, you've seen that. Now, obviously, Instafamous is a true scripted, fictionalized show.
Yeah.
But I would suspect there were some moments when you're working on reality TV where in the back of your mind you were thinking, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Right.
Was that the inspiration for this new show?
That was
Being a
definitely an
director,
inspiration.
yes.
So literally, I come from ducking shoes, bottles, people trying to fight other people. I do the crazy reality, and I've done the more nice and, family and reality.
There's a range in reality TV.
Yes.
There's a huge range. And this new reality TV, spoiler, season 2, we're talking about the new reality TV. I'll just say that.
Season 2 as well is already underway, right? So
Yes.
Instafamous season 1 just got up on Tubi, within the last couple weeks?
Yeah, within the last couple of weeks.
Already looking at season 2.
Yes.
We have to. People have been requesting it. Like, literally, majority of the comments are, wait, it's over? Like, hold on, wait, it's not anymore? Like,
Yes.
well, I need to know what happened with this and that and that. And it, like, we left it with such a huge, we put so much in the 4 episodes, it was just like.
And
hey.
it's just 4 episodes for people to, the reaction for people to have. And also, Tubi put it on their newsletter. And it was next to Tay Diggs. Shout out to Tay Diggs. With their movie, we were at the top. So just
That's good billing right there. That's great.
Just to kind of have that opportunity, you know what I mean, and that exposure, it's truly a blessing.
Rachel, you talked about you hope people get away from this with the deeper message inside of the program, inside of the show, inside of Instafamous. What is that deeper message, and what is the show speaking to right now in this moment where I've got 2 phones
right.
just right here, right? I've got my laptop going. We've all got our cell phones and our own kind of celebrity, whether we're super famous or we're just doing TikTok videos for our friends. Is in some way the show speaking to this era where everybody kind of wants to be a celebrity?
Yeah, I feel like with social media, like everybody is trying to go viral. You know what I mean? But what does it take to go viral? What are you willing to put out there? What are you willing to risk? And Jamal, you can kind of fill in on that too, in regards to the message.
And what you just said really stuck with me, and Jamal, I want your thoughts on this. Is it also, what does it take to get that, but also what does it cost to reach that level of virality?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's actually one of the taglines too. What's the cost?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even watched the show, and I'm already in it right now.
Season 2 begins now. So one thing, the 2 girls, they literally Google how other people like Kim Kardashian or whoever, how they became famous. And once they Google them, they're like, hey, we're going to recreate this and try to do it ourselves. And that's when all of the silly hijinks, and then that's when I can use my relationships with the reality people to get them to come in and do cameos. So we have cameos from Love and Hip Hop, R&B divas,
comedians,
growing up hip hop,
Palmer
Williams. It's a lot of cameos. A lot. Anybody who's in Atlanta is probably in this.
Yes. And that's a deep roster. We were talking about this off air, but Atlanta is such a cultural capital, not just of the South, we talk about it all the time, but of the United States. and went through this real moment of also being a major hub of film and TV production.
Yes, yes.
And we peaked, you guys are the experts in this, but probably 5-6 years ago maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
And things, we've covered stories where it's been a little more challenged lately. But y'all are still out there, others are still out there putting out shows and producing them, and you're producing them right here in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think that was the main thing for us. We are residents of College Park, Ward 1. Shout out to Ward 1. So we shot a lot of it in College Park in East Point. And that's funny because me and Jamal were speaking this morning, and he was just saying like how important it is for independent filmmakers to still be able to create because the Marvels and everybody else have left.
And Atlanta went from 900 or so movies a year to like 400 that are actually applying for like movie permits.
It's a huge drop.
So that's half. That's easily half. So think about the hundreds of people that do one movie.
Right.
Where are all those people who were displaced, who moved here, who uprooted from New York, LA, DC, all those people who came to kind of help Atlanta grow become this big movie giant. Now those people are here and the industry is kind of leaving and going overseas to Europe and South Africa, etc. What about, we're like the lost boys.
Yeah.
Well, and you bring that up, the industry, I think for people outside of it, even somebody who like most folks in Atlanta, they haven't seen a film set. They haven't seen what production looks like.
Yeah.
You think of, oh, well, I guess there's a director.
Right.
And they're obviously the stars of the show. They don't realize, I think, often how much is going on, how many people are involved, the gaffers, the lighting, the cinematographers. I mean, there's a lot to it, the after effects, the post-production. I mean, it's a whole crew, right? Catering, I mean, you name it.
Yes.
Has your team been able to, absorb might not be the right word, but bring in folks who were maybe working on in the heyday of Georgia production for bigger studios, and then bring people into your still thriving local production team?
So our team is comprised of all of the people who shoot every type of reality, scripted, everything. These guys, we love them like family. And, I get a little emotional because a lot of these folks, there's the big budgets that they're accustomed to having and being able to pay these people these rates. We don't have that kind of, I don't have, big budget, Paramount, NBC, whoever. I don't have that type of money. So when we shoot a project, a lot of times it's for the love price up front, and then we'll cut them like percentages on the back end. So it's a shared effort for everybody to go in, push, and make it great. And then at the back end, now everybody can get paid and start growing some residuals for your family, to put in a 401k or whatever it is you want to do with your money.
You talk about the love price on the front end,
Yeah.
and that's such a deeply layered comment because this is a love operation here. You guys are a married couple, you're creating these shows, and then you're able, as you put it, to bring other folks into the fold. And Atlanta, we were talking about this in the break too, is a place that feels local.
Yes,
it feels like everybody knows everybody a little bit, and people are looking out for each other.
It's like Cheers.
It is a little bit. Is
Like
that on the back of
Friends.
your mind when y'all are working on a project where you think this is a creative outlet? It's also an outlet for us to help out and to grow our local economy, and
Everybody on our crew is literally family. Like
Everybody.
godparents, our kids, godparents.
Wow.
We're proud military. Half of our crew is military also.
Wow.
So it's veterans. It's like literally
Best friends.
I don't see
cousins
why we
coming.
can't be the next big studio. You know what I mean? Like we should be the next big studio.
We are the next big studio.
Anybody watching this who hears what we're saying should be trying to support what we're doing, because we're doing it the right way. We're sharing the wealth. We're doing it, we're not talking about killing and dealing and stealing. Like we literally are trying to do things the right way. This is the time where people should come in, and we need that push, that support.
Let me ask you guys about that, because I think I'm not an expert in the arts.
Yeah.
I dabble. I
Yeah.
watch, I
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people are as
Right.
consumers of art and of media. But there's a lot of conversation happening about, boy, we see a lot of sequels these days, and we see a lot of reboots, and I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not going to name franchises, but there's some that just seem like they just keep going and going and going, and people look sometimes in Hollywood and say, well, what happened to all the new ideas?
Right.
What happened to all the
right.
fresh scripts?
Yeah.
And again, not being an expert, but what I hear a lot is that there is a reticence among the major studios to take the risk of some brand new IP because the market isn't quite as robust now, and so it's a little safer to go with
Yeah.
volume 9 of a
Right.
successful franchise or
Right,
whatever.
right.
But here y'all are bringing out new IP.
Yeah.
You're writing, you're directing, you're a smaller studio. Is there room for that? Is there room to grow? Is there a way for people to support the kind of projects that y'all are doing in a world where I think people want to see new
Yeah.
IP?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where everybody is. Think about it. It's social media. That's all it is. Everybody. There are people. Take Country Wayne for example. He had 1.4 billion views. I think in a month. 1.4 billion views. That's crazy. And they're shooting with cell phones.
Yeah.
And they're shooting with $2,000 Sony cameras.
I mean, it's
And,
literally just, something like this.
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
probably
the
not this. This is an older model, but,
Yes.
I mean, you know.
And we have a grip truck, so we have cameras, we have lights, we have audio.
If people
We're
haven't seen that,
basically-
it's remarkable. There's,
Yeah.
there have been some shoots actually on my street at home.
Right,
and,
right.
every window is taped down and covered up
Yes.
except for the ones you wanted. You got cameras going in there. I mean, it is,
Yes.
you get it done.
It's
Yeah.
so fun. It's so
And we're
fun.
shooting in 5 days. Whole
Fast.
movies in
Whole
5 days.
movies in 5 days.
Instafamous was 7 because it was so many casts. But we just wrapped a movie called My Own Shadow, which we're showing the premiere for that tonight. We just wrapped 3 weeks ago, and we've already edited the movie.
What's it feel like
Yeah.
for y'all when you finally are done? When you wrap up a project
Are
and
we
you,
ever really done?
No.
Come on, Zach.
Spoken like
I
a
think-
true creator.
Come on now.
I think we're one and the same because we're like, oh my God, that was so great. On to the next.
It's funny, so and our work is different. Obviously, it's different.
Yeah.
But I and a lot of my colleagues do. We work on long-term projects as well. Sometimes they can take
Yes.
months. Sometimes you're
Yes.
editing for weeks. You're in
Right,
the edit
right.
bay. You're working with a photojournalist. You're working with an editor, and it really, you're sweating every frame.
Yes.
And
yes.
there comes a moment, same when you're writing a long script, where
Right.
you're just thinking, man, the
Yeah.
edits and the revisions, and obviously you got to nail down every one of your facts, and there's a lot of rigor to it. There comes points when you think, boy, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then inevitably there comes a point when it's over, and you kind of exhale and you go through like,
Yeah.
okay, all right,
Yes. Yes.
and then you want to go again.
Yeah.
But see, we have 3 children at home that we are there for. It's not like, my mom moving in.
Yeah.
They're still getting dropped off at camp every day. They're still getting dropped off at school.
How do you
They're still
juggle all
getting picked-
this?
They have
I don't know.
sports. They have. They're in gifted. They're.
Yeah.
Education is number one. They're in
Mhm.
after school activities. Again,
They
I
have
feel
their
like
own business.
yes, I feel like
Really?
Yeah.
Get outside kids. It's our kids, we don't like them to be on the iPads a lot because of the
No
10
shade to
minutes.
iPads.
Sorry, no shade.
The tablets.
The
Tablets.
tablets. Right.
I think a new Toy Story has something
Yes.
to say.
Right. We just watched.
We'll leave that there.
So it's a outside business. It's like pedal carts.
Oh, cool.
So we keep them active, but I feel like it goes back to our community and our foundation. That's why, we get so much love with our crew and our, the people, our clients that we work with, because even though we shoot our stuff, we have people that come to us asking us to shoot for them. So I feel like the camaraderie of just like having that unity and just people like on that common ground of, hey guys, we're going to make it. And this is what everybody just coming together, creating a plan and just be like, all right, let's go and attack. And then maybe, we'll have that moment of, vacation. We're like, oh, that feels good.
I bet it doesn't last long.
But it doesn't last long because we'll get a call.
I can feel the emotion as you say that,
know?
though. As both of y'all, as you reflect
Yes.
on, the through line I keep hearing is team and family.
Yes,
This is the thing you're doing together.
Yes,
We can't
yes.
do it without each other.
We can't. Oh, that was so sweet.
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You guys, and this is recorded. You can play this back on Valentine's
Right,
Day.
right,
That was a good
right,
moment
right.
with you guys. And it's true.
No, we still celebrate Valentine's Day.
There it is. We're short on time here. I want to ask you guys just a couple last questions here.
Yeah.
And one thing, the pride in your kids is so obvious, and the love for
Yeah.
your family is so obvious. You talk about your family, outside family,
Yes.
not the tablet kids.
Yeah.
And you got this series out now
Right.
about social media and social media fame and viral fame. And those are two very different things, I think, at
Yes.
least in the way a lot of people conceptualize it. How do you think about where we are as a cultural moment in terms of how we spend our time and where we get our entertainment and where we get our recreation? Does it trouble you at all? How much we're on our phones and social media and virality seems to be a theme?
Yeah.
Or do you think it can exist simultaneously with kids still going outside and playing kickball and playing hopscotch and whatever, a fifth grader wants to do?
Right.
I think
You
it
asked the
has
right
to.
person because this
Yeah.
guy.
I think it has to. I think it has to work simultaneously. First of all, but I don't want it to work simultaneously. I don't know if this is making sense.
Yeah. Tell me more.
It has to, but I don't want it to, because I find myself, oh, you know what? Somebody sent me a message. Let me go check the message, and then 2 hours later, I've wasted time. I've not did something. I've not played with my kids. Every morning we go out. We go grounding. We get barefoot. We get in the grass. Like these type of things are what we're trying to instill in them. I feel like culture today is
Fast
like
paced.
Wild West, and anybody who stands up and says something about it, you get squashed. If you have a little bit of a flame, it's almost like, oh, what? No, we want to be a brain rot zombie, or whatever it is. That person that's just like, get out and do something
Productive.
Like, do something productive. I'm sorry.
Give
I'll
back
go
to the
on.
community. Like, it's just so much more that I feel like, and I feel like it's a balance, like you want to have some time where you're just watching TV or you're, messaging and trying to catch up with friends on social media because, they're posting, or you have notifications on their posts and you guys haven't had, they say, oh, we made it out of the group chat, we're finally getting together.
It's strategically designed to keep you looking, keep you going, and never stop. And as long as you're plugged in, there'll always be something that you're interested in. Like there's tech that can track what you look at in VR goggles.
Sure.
So if I'm looking at my phone and I see, oh, I like this, but I don't click it, I still looked at it too long.
We're really short on time. I want to wrap you with this. Is Instafamous a warning story or a story of hope, or somewhere in between?
Oh, that was a good. I feel like it's in between. I feel like the message is in between because, not that we're warning everybody, but just to kind of put that.
The medicine is in the candy.
Yeah, the medicine is in the candy.
I mean, it's a good way to end us. Jamal, take us out here. People want to see season 1. Remind us where they can do it, and then there's some events going on. You've got an event tonight. You got one coming up. Tell us about that real quick.
Real quick, tonight we have a red carpet for media, just so that everybody can kind of see what Instafamous is and share it, post it. But what we would like, if you want to support us, please go to Frame 88 Studios on Instagram, follow it, because we're always looking for actors, crew, talent, because we're going to try to shoot 2 or 3 movies a month. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And I know it's a tall ask, but there's enough of y'all sitting at home in your drawers who can come out and come shoot with us right now. Gold Fest is on Sunday. Kids from 6th up to college. It's going to be 1-on-1s, 5-on-5s in College Park. Thank you to Jamel McKenzie. Thanks J Productions. I know
And
I'm
Fulton
doing
County,
like
Fulton County
shout-outs now.
Arts.
Fulton County
They
Arts,
support it as well.
Kickoff.
So we have the balance. So we have, the work, and then we have the community, because it's definitely important to make sure that we give back to the community. And we're outside.
It's a team sport.
We're
And share
outside.
Share it, like it, go to Tubi, and actually save it to your watch later if you can't watch it now. That really helps us.
Yeah.
Like it and save it to the watch later. That
Yeah.
helps.
Thank you both, Jamal and Rachel Simmons, creators, married duo,
Yes.
great family people. We've learned a lot about you guys and your families. We're so grateful for this conversation. Instafamous is out now on Tubi. Guys, thank you very much.